What's going on, everybody? How are you tonight? We are here for another episode of TNA, and I just paused the playback on the app so we can wait for you guys when we get to the end here. If you are indeed watching prior and watching the app right now, please do not spoil anything for the rest of the chat. We would appreciate it. Yeah, we're in the penultimate episode. So we have this one and next one, and we are at Emergence. And we've got a great card again tonight, as we keep saying every single week. We have a healthy Jeff with us tonight, too. For the most part, right? So that's good. That's good. But yeah, man, I'm excited, Jeff. We only have a week till Emergence, and we've got a lot of things going on, including stuff on NXT where Joe Hendry is in line for a title shot against Ethan Page at a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? We talked about it on Saturday.
Yep.
Not Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
But yeah, this is I feel like we're about to see a lot of big things happen with this partnership. But yeah, you said earlier that I was healthy. I'm definitely healthy. I don't know about my energy level though, so but I'm trying.
That's to be expected, man. That's to be expected. Between work, getting back to work, and then coming off COVID for that long, yeah, your energy is going to sure be depleted. But glad to have you back and plugging along, and we appreciate it. Yeah, hello, everybody. So we will not have anything after this for the week because, of course, Sunday is All In for AEW. A lot of build-ups to that from last night on Dynamite. And it should be a good one, and you guys should really go check it out. I know they are a little expensive and pricey, but there is a twofer going on from Triller, which is kind of a cheaper price, and you get two for the price of one. You get All In and All Out. So that's kind of cool. If you want to check it out, I think they are doing it again at Cinemark, so you can go to your local movie theater, relax, have some popcorn, whatever, and check it out there too. But yeah, so we will not have our show on Sunday, of course, because of that. After this, the next time you will see us will be next Tuesday, which will be a big Fireflies Forever show for us because that, of course, is following up the match that we got announced between Uncle Howdy and Chad Gable. So that'll be a big one. So don't miss that. We've been talking on that show every single week since this all started, and it's a blast. Make sure if you know artists or you are an artist, send your stuff over. We're always looking for stuff for the show. Okay. And then, of course, we'll be back here on Thursday next week, which we'll be doing a pay-per-view predictions on the show. And then we'll have the pay-per-view next Friday. So big weekend for TNA coming up. And, man, the card for tonight is incredible. Incredible. We've got some amazing matches. Let me welcome everybody in quick. We'll get into it. Eric Isaac is here. Hassan, Dylan, Damian, James Chadwick, Andrew Stevens, Derek Fleming. What's up, Derek? And everybody else. Bonus Baby. A.B. Jobson is here. Janelle is here. We've got Barry Monkey from Twitch. Jahira. We've got Bonkers LFC. We've got Terrence. Hello to you. We've got Anthony Slate, member of the channel, longtime member of the channel. Thank you, Anthony, for being a member. And let's see. We've got Andrea. Hey, Andrea, how are you? We've got Dylan, and I think we're caught up. Cool. Okay. So Twitter is working again, by the way, for the second time that failed me. We didn't have Twitter when we did the episode last week, and as you could see, it's back. So they're a big pain in the ass. I really hate that app, but hey, it's fine. You guys get to watch it there. That's all well and good. A Jedi Warrior, hello, and Jen Carter, hello. If you are here for the first time, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you drop a like on the stream for us tonight while you are here. Maybe you go for a little break and come back, whatever. Just make sure to drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel, like I said, if you haven't done so already. And hit the notification bell to be notified about when we have future content. So, all right, Jeff, we've got a huge card, and a lot of stuff going on tonight, man.
Yeah, let's blow it up so people can see it.
I mean, look at these names you're seeing here tonight, man. Let's start right off at the top. We've got 2 Ultimate X qualifying matches. These have been amazing. But look at who we have. Bhupinder's back, man.
He's
We
back.
Bhupinder back, and we have Jay Vidal back as well. So 2 people we haven't seen in a long time. And then going up against Laredo kids. So this match is probably going to be amazing, man. I mean, they're all really amazing athletes. And this is these are always good matches, and we've had some stunning results in these matches the last few weeks.
Yeah.
The people that have been winning them have been really stunning. We had an NXT wrestler win. We had Hotch win. I mean, we could be getting stunned again. By some of these results, Jeff. But this is going to be fun to watch. I'm so glad to see some of these names are back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and be a Bhupinder homer here and just pick him, just because we haven't seen him in a while. But Barry Monkey brings up a good point. Laredo kid being back, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's in that Ultimate X match. And for those of you who are brand new to Impact or TNA, or it's been a while, get ready for a treat next weekend with the Ultimate X match.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really good, man. Those Ultimate X matches are stellar, and it will start the show, I'm sure, as always, because that's usually what they do. All right, next up, we have another Ultimate X qualifying match here. This is the big guys in this one. Except Kushida, I guess you could say, but we've got Hammerstone, Frankie Kazarian, and Kushida. Frankie obviously wants all that attention, wants all that glory, would love nothing better than to win this. Kushida, I don't know what's going on with Kushida. We're seeing him doing one thing, then he's wrestling Gresham again. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Kushida, but we'll see. And then Hammerstone, man, we know how deadly this guy can be. He's a big, big, big man. And so this is going to be interesting, Jeff. You have all different kind of styles in this match.
Yeah.
A big bruiser and Hammerstone. Frankie, of course, being Frankie, he's a very good wrestler, and Kushida in there.
I feel like in all of these Ultimate X matches, you got to have at least one big dude, so you can have that spot where somebody gets thrown somehow, some way, or speared while hanging up on the ropes there. I feel like Hammerstone's going to win it, because I kind of get the impression that Kushida's going to have his hands full, and Frankie's just not on everybody's good list. So he's pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, he doesn't have many friends right now. If you hear some chomping, my dog decided to sit right in back of my chair chomping on her bone. So if you hear chomping in the back, that's what it is. We've got Alisha Edwards and Rosemary. How about this for a match? Jeff, the minute I saw this, because I didn't see this until yesterday when I was putting up the graphics. The minute I saw this last night, all I could think of was what a turnaround this would be. If Masha, of course, is shown to be in Alisha's corner, what if Killer Kelly comes down to the ring and joins up or helps Rosemary?
That would be very interesting. That would make matters a little strange for one Masha Slamovich.
Right? And I mean, I think, Jeff, too, like Killer Kelly's personality and Rosemary's new persona, I think they kind of click. They're kind of like similar, right? Like Killer Kelly was always that, she kind of looks borderline psychotic kind of personality, and now Rosemary is very similar. So maybe that's what this whole thing is maybe Rosemary and her going to team up. And when she comes back, man, I'd be fired up if that happened. I think that would be amazing. And that could lead, Jeff, to a title match for those women's tag titles at Emergence next week.
Yeah. I mean, it could, and I really want to see Killer Kelly back. So if she does end up coming back, it would be interesting to see her team up with Rosemary.
Let's see. Heather saying, Rich Swann got arrested? No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I think a couple months ago in June, and apparently he's going to rehab, and he's been suspended.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, I did not know that. Wow. Okay. Had no idea. I did not see that. I've been off Twitter a lot kind of lately. I just went on last night to post up the stuff for tonight. I did not see that. Wow, that's crazy.
All I'll say is this: recovery is for everyone.
Yeah.
And, I think we need to be supportive and loving and all of those things. But I just hope that we give that room so he can do the things that he needs to do to get back. Not even for wrestling, but just be better for his family.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could see that everything with what Jeff Hardy, of course, went through too, and he'll be on this show tonight. That's tough, and so yeah, all we can do is really hope that he's going to be okay, and he gets whatever help he needs. Wrestling and in the grand scope of things doesn't matter. What matters is him and his family and his, everybody that's close to him at this point. So yeah, for sure. Okay, so. He got arrested more recent than June as well, I believe. Cultaholic reported this morning, D&D in Florida. I was so bummed out. Okay, so we'll move on here. We've got Charlie Dempsey, of course, from NXT. He's been on the show for a while now. He's been on TNA for a good amount of time in the last couple of weeks against Jonathan Gresham. I mentioned Gresham. Now we'll see, Jeff. What personality are we going to get from Gresham this week, man? Are we going to get just regular Gresham? Are we going to get the octopus? Are we going you never know what you're going to get with Jonathan Gresham. And man, I don't know. We kept on guessing that he was trying to recruit people with that black stuff and everything like that. Could he go after Dempsey with that? I don't know. You never know what you're going to get with Gresham lately.
I don't know what we're going to get, but I think whatever we do get is going to be a really good technical match between these two. That's what I think we'll get. Don't ask me to pick a winner because I don't know. But yeah. I just think we'll get a really good match out of these two.
Yeah, I would agree. This is just odd, right? This is the stuff that happened with Santino and that contract that he gave to Matt Cardona, and now the matchups here. It's Matt Cardona, Steph DeLander, and TBA, so a to be announced, versus PCO, Rhino, and Zaya Brookside. So it's a mixed 3-on-3, basically, but DeLander is going to possibly be in the ring with PCO at some point in time. So I don't know how this is all going to go, but obviously Matt Cardona wound this up. And obviously, the director of Authority did not read over Matt Cardona's contract that he handed to him. So kind of a big mistake there, Jeff. But yeah, this is – and who is TBA going to be?
It's a good question.
Right?
It's a good question. I think Matt Cardona has been doing his thing as a GM on the Indies. So he's learning some of the tricks of the trade and kind of caught Santino in this. So it should be interesting to see what happens. I mean, it's going to be interesting anyway because you got PCO in it. And, yeah, this is going to be a wild one.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And here's the thing, one of the other things you have to ask too, Jeff, is will there be a point where Steph turns on PCO, which would really upset a lot of people that love that whole relationship thing. But listen, wrestling relationships, they don't last. So especially when there's stuff as crazy going on like this, and maybe, she'll turn around and go back with Matt. We don't know. But poor PCO. And lastly, this is going to be another great one too. So this is Moose and JDC against the Hardys. Matt and Jeff Hardy are back. And so whenever we get to see these guys, you just don't know because you don't know when it will be the last time. They're getting up there. I know Matt Hardy was talking about this being a final tour of wrestling for him. So who knows? He might be planning to be finished soon. And, just to see these guys together is a treat. And it's going to be a good matchup here. They're going to have to watch out for the system, though. The rest, obviously Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. And as far as interference and stuff goes, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see one Joe Hendry or Joe Hendry and Santana might end up helping. We'll see. But this one probably our shenanigans match, Jeff.
Definitely a shenanigans match, but Barry Monkey just said Moose and JDC sounds like a pairing that could go wrong. That's what I'm banking on.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, because there could be a lot of errors there. There could be a lot. We'll see. Yeah, there could be mistakes made, and JDC might hit Moose or something at some point, and then maybe that Jeff's been talking about that for weeks on the show, saying that he may end up turning on them or vice versa. So yeah, that'll be really interesting to watch out for as well. Sue Young with a lot of injuries. Yeah, we keep wanting to see her back, but man, a concussion, broken nose, fractured skull, 7 stitches, and 2 black eyes. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. And Jedi Warrior says the system will be deleted. That could very well be. All right. That is our match card tonight, and we're probably going to get more besides this. I sent you an update on Rich Swann and a video to watch the other day. Oh, I must have missed it, Derek. Where'd you send it to Twitter? Yeah, I told you I haven't really been on Twitter all that much. I've been trying to purposely avoid it because of the garbage that gets spewed out, not just for wrestling, but other things too. So Dango is only about the Dango. Yes. Yep. I can't watch TNA because they didn't upload the TNA member stream. Oh, that sucks. Bummer. I hope my feed on this works this week because last week it wasn't. I wasn't able to rewind it for whatever reason, so I hope that works. Of course, we believe in Joe Hendry, Brandon. Yes, of course we do. Okay, so that is the match card. That's what we've got coming up. We're going to probably get some more things announced for Emergence, I would imagine, too, tonight. Yeah, so you guys all know what's next. We got about 10 minutes to go. Next up, we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about food. Get everybody hungry. Let everybody know what you had good to eat today. Get the chat hungry so everybody pays attention for the next couple hours. It doesn't matter. We don't discriminate. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I don't care. Shout it all out there. Shout it all out there. And Jeff, I'm at 10 weeks post-surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I got famished for pizza today. Famished.
Oh, man.
Now, I looked it up, and it did say that I could have pizza, but they said to try to make it as small as you can. Like, don't eat a lot of bread at one time because you're not supposed to have, like, big pieces of Sicilian or anything. So I really didn't have any place to go on my way home, and I was in a little bit of a hurry. So, I stopped in Target, and Target now has Pizza Hut. They have Pizza Hut pizzas in there. They have the bread, the bread things and all that kind of stuff. I walked in and it was destiny, Jeff. Sometimes when I go in there after 5, 6 o'clock, the pizzas and stuff are usually gone because some people come in and get them for lunch. There was one pizza sitting on that shelf, had my name on it, man. And I went over, I grabbed it. You know what, Jeff? I didn't even wait to take it home. I went in my car, man. I'm like, there's no way I'm smelling this all the way the hell home, and I'm not going to have any of this. And I had my 2 slices of the pizza. Now, if you've never gotten one of those, like in a Target, they're kind of small. Like it's almost kind of like you'd get in a movie theater, right? They're not the size of a pizza. They're like would be like a personal pizza kind of thing, like in Target. So I had 2 small slices of pizza, but you know what? Got really full afterwards, and I was like, okay, there you go. I had my pizza. It tasted amazing. I ate it in the damn car. But man, it was great to have pizza again. I was gonna stop at the Pizza Hut on my way home because we have one 5 minutes from my house. I was gonna stop there, but I thought, you know what? That's gonna be too much of a temptation. If I get something from there, I'm gonna want breadsticks. I'm gonna want all that other good stuff. I'm gonna get that. And then I'm like, nope, because then I'm gonna end up eating like 5 pieces and I'm gonna feel horrible. So I stopped. I told my wife, I said, there's a pizza in there. You can have the rest of it. But oh my God, finally getting pizza, Jeff, was like heaven. What did you have, my friend?
I actually had pizza too.
Nice.
Yeah, there's this place, and they do some kind of funky pizzas. So, I had a shrimp Alfredo pizza.
Ooh, my wife would love that.
Yeah, it was pretty darn good. So.
Yeah, you have some good food around you, man.
Yeah.
You really do. You have some really good temptation food around you. That's yeah. All right, let's see what people have here. They've uploaded TNA stream on YouTube. I've got it on now. Nice. There you go. So it's fixed. Brandon Davies says taco pizza. Okay. Derek says Cajun chicken and broccoli pasta. That sounds awesome. Steak burrito, said John Kessler. Biscuits and gravy for breakfast. Dinner was chicken and rice with peas and carrots. Boring, I know. It sounds good to me. I like peas and carrots. All righty. It's a trap. It's a trap. I just had some barbecue big chicken bites and rice for dinner a few minutes ago. Nice. This morning I had honey nut Cheerios, cereal, Egos, turkey sauce. That's a big breakfast, Andrea. Wow. Lamb with chicken and with iceberg lettuce, says AB Jobson. Of course you did. Mint jelly, I'm assuming too. Yeah. Bacon, and more bacon. I had too much bacon on sandwiches. Honey barbecue chicken bites and rice with 7-Up, says Andrew. Barbecue sauce and yogurt. Barbecue sauce and yogurt sauce. Oh, okay. For the lamb, you had yogurt sauce. Okay, gotcha. Frozen pizza by DiGiorno and batted mozzarella sticks. Sounds awesome. Pasta and chicken and mango, said John G. Biscuits. I love biscuits and gravy. Sadly, the best biscuits and gravy I've had was in a county jail in southern Utah. We had pepperoni pizza with banana peppers, spaghetti and meatballs with a bottle of black raspberry sparkling ice drink for lunch. Nice. Chicken and bacon and mushroom pasta, says James Chadwick. Sounds awesome. We need ice cream sundae pizza. They used to make dessert pizzas. Pizza used to have them. They were amazing. They had like little fruit and stuff. Apple. They had an apple one. They had a raspberry one. They put like glaze and stuff on them. They were amazing. When they used to have the buffet, I still love the pizza buffet. Chipotle. Had Chipotle for lunch and dinner. Nice. Unrelated. I want Rosemary's new hair, but too chicken to cut it off again. Yeah, I like her hair that way too. One bowl, said Dan. Swedish meatball stock for dinner with green beans and a bottle of brisk fruit punch for dinner. Nice. No such thing as too much bacon. I would agree. There's nothing like a good BLT. I haven't had a BLT in a long time. But yeah, bacon's great. I go out and I buy, in fact, I just bought a pack because I'm allowed to have this too. I bought some turkey bacon, which I actually enjoy. I like turkey bacon. I think it's good. It's very crisp. Yeah, it's very crisp. It doesn't have much of an aftertaste. It's not bacon. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's not real bacon, right? But that's another thing, Jeff, that I've never had in my life. That real thick cut bacon that you see. Man, I've never ate it. I've never had it in my entire life. I've seen it in delis here and there, but that's not a thing up here. That is not a thing, and I have never had it. I've never ever had it, and I've been told it's heaven.
Yeah, it's life changing.
Yep, I've never had it. Let's see. I think AEW stole my name concepts for a new adult film, All In Volume 1 and All Out Volume 2. Yep, that deserves a giggity, I think.
It does. I'm trying to get this other soundboard up, so I'm struggling with it over here. So,
oh man, Derek, Volume 3, Shake It All About. That was good, James. Dirty Derek strikes again. Yes, it wouldn't be the same, right? Wouldn't be the same. Teriyaki stir fry. Make thick cut bacon and cover it with maple syrup and brown sugar. I honestly have never had it. I have never had thick cut bacon ever. Turkey bacon, but that may be my prison bias because we always got it cold. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you can't have it cold and lukewarm. You can't have it.
Yeah, no. Like that to me has to be like super crisp.
Yeah.
Or I would not like it. Yeah, so I can definitely understand that. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, there you go. Okay.
Oh, Derek.
Thick up bacon chopped up in some cheese grits, Jeff. Nah, see.
I had that last weekend, and as a matter of fact, I had that and some sausage crumbles in the grits too.
Oh man.
And yeah, it was amazing.
That's another thing I've never had. I've never had grits.
Right? Yeah, man. There's a restaurant up here. I was surprised that they even had grits, but they have like grits and like shrimp and grits. They have breakfast bowls with grits. They're amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah.
It's called Capos.
I have never had it. My wife, when she goes to visit her brother down south in South Carolina, will have grits and stuff like that when they go down there. A scientist announced this week that if you eat ham sandwiches every day, it's not good for you. Who knew? I don't see the TNA member stream, James, on the TNA channel. Mel's Diner had some pretty good thick cut, said the Jedi Warrior. What the F is cheese grits? Oh, James doesn't know what grits are.
Let me send James a photo.
Bacon and grits sounds awesome. I miss breakfasts like that. All right, so we are about to get underway. It is 8:29, and let me see if this is going to agree with me this time. I hope it does. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, we got the Ultimate X match first here. It looks like the one with Frankie and Hammerstone. So I'm going to stop it and pause my stream right at Hammerstone's entrance. So if you're around that point, and you guys that are watching on YouTube will start your stream in just a little bit, but I'm going to pause it right where the HS is on the screen, and Hammerstone's coming out. So James or whoever is watching still on YouTube, if you want to let us know when the Hammerstone entrance starts, please do in the chat, and then I will hit play on mine here to make sure that everybody's kind of caught up. So I'm English. We don't have it. Wanted to share this with everyone after the TNA Bound for Glory Fallout shows. They booked a WWE-like arena that is 8,000 seats. Looks good. They got in North Carolina, so TNA knows something we don't. Got to be big names returning at Bound for Glory. Ooh, okay. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. We will send you some FedEx, James. Yes, there you go. You'll get some grits FedEx. There you go. All right. I got to come up with Jeff. Jeff, do you have a question for the group this week? Because I have not thought of a good question for the week. Do you have a good question for the week? Good.
I do. What's your favorite wrestling return of all time?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, there you go. There's the question of the week. Throw out your answers in the chat. What's your favorite wrestling return? Wrestling return of all time. And please don't let me know, or please let me know, Brandon, James, whoever's watching on YouTube, when you're at the Hammerstone entrance, so I could start my playback here. Let me know when Hammerstone comes out, and I will start as soon as you tell me. So
some nice cheese grits right here. You can't really see it, but
oh yeah, you can see it came through. Yeah. Bobby Lashley's contract expired. Yeah. I would be really surprised at this point because they're talking a lot about the Hurt Business. They're not calling it Hurt Business; it's another name, but they're talking a lot about that, and I would be kind of surprised if they don't end up on AEW. I would be pretty surprised that if they don't end up on AEW. Especially what Jeff and I were talking about this on our Sunday show, and I think that it just makes a lot of sense. That they might go there, and possibly we might see Ricochet as well over there. And who knows? I don't know. Maybe he'll join them too. I'm not sure, but I would almost be pretty surprised if Lashley didn't end up there. The Hurt Syndicate, yes, yeah. I'd be surprised if that didn't happen. Or maybe both. Maybe they'll be there, and maybe Ricochet shows up there too. So. Would like to see one of them come to TNA, of course, or both of their groups come to TNA, but I just don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm sure there'll be some surprises there. Okay. You're gonna let me know who's gonna let me know here. Got to be getting close because this happens right at the beginning. Swinger will make a good jobber. Ricochet will have shiny new toy syndrome, and then they get tossed aside. All right, Hammerstone entrance now. There you go. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, Hammerstone is coming down, and again, we're getting the Ultimate X match. So this should be a good one. Push play. So, all right, so what are your answers to Jeff's question? Jeff Hardy's return to Raw in 06 and fights Edge. Edge at the Royal Rumble. My heart was overjoyed. It's not happened yet. Johnny Swinger's return to TNA. Steve Austin after his broken neck. All-time Edge Rumble 2020. Let's see if I missed any other ones up here. Keep them coming.
I've seen a couple people say Punk at Survivor Series.
CM Punk at Survivor Series, yeah. Yeah, that was a huge one. Jeff, you know which one my mind just goes back to? I mean, obviously for me, it was when Bray showed back up after his hiatus. When he came back and we knew he was coming with the dollhouse and stuff like that. When that happened. But the one that always comes to mind when I think of return, Chris Jericho. When Chris Jericho came out as Y2K.
Y2K thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was so huge. Like the fans just went nuts. And it was so big, right? Like that's the one I kind of tend to remember. Well, but what about you, man? What's your biggest one?
Man, honestly, and this is me being a WCW mark. I fully admit that. But Sting being back in action.
Yeah.
That for me was, tremendous because he went so long without saying a word, and then his first match back is at Starrcade. And yeah, it was just great to see him. And then he wins, and the whole locker room comes out and celebrates him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an absolutely great one as well. There have been a lot of cool wrestling returns, a lot of them. My favorite return in wrestling is Gail Kim returning to TNA when Karen Jarrett returning running the Knockouts. Gail's awesome. My tears when Edge returned at the Rumble 2020. Yeah, that brought a lot of emotion.
That was an awesome moment.
I think we may have been doing the watch along for that.
We were.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Cactus Jack returned after being forced into retirement. I said I wouldn't retire and come back in 9 months. I did it in 4. MVP's return at Royal Rumble. That's a good one. John Cena at WrestleMania 10. Awesome. Another great one, Mark. When Sting came back, 2021 Sting comeback was so good as well. All good ones. All good ones. I love it. Keep them coming if you haven't answered already. My other favorite was Hardy's at Mania. Good one as well. CM Punk's return to Collision, Last Dance. They can't use the Hurt Business name in TNA, but MVP and Bobby Lashley did have a faction that was like the Hurt Business. It was TNA's Beatdown Plan.
Yep.
All right. Hammerstone has Kazarian up over his shoulder and now plowing him into the turnbuckles. Sting's return at Winter is Coming is still surreal to me. Okay. Yeah. That was a great one.
He made it.
China's return in TNA to a team with Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett.
Sting made it snow, man. So, yeah, that was
Yeah, he did. Ric Flair coming back and putting the NWA belt on Barry Windham from behind, and the look on Barry's face when he turned around. Good call. Old school Ric Flair. All great. There's no wrong answers. They've all been great. And it's a great question because these are the things that kind of stick with you as a wrestling fan over your entire life. Like watching wrestling, you'll probably remember these things forever and ever, because it was just such an exciting thing for you personally to see. It's Tilly Khan making it snow daily, says Derek.
Wow.
Oh man, I gotta say though, look, I've got to say, Derek, that I think All In is going to be very good. I really do. I think All In.
Joe, did we lose you? We might have lost Joe, folks.
The build up.
There he is. Yeah, so yeah, Joe's gonna be back shortly. Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but yeah. So so we've got Hammerstone and Frankie Kazarian in the ring. I'm probably a little bit behind you guys, but yeah, I don't know what happened with Joe's stuff, so we'll see if he pops back on here soon. Yeah, let us know in the chat who you got in this match. Do you have Hammerstone, Kazarian, or Kushida? Let us know in the chat. Frankie Kazarian is in a tough position right now, we'll say, because he's not well received by either of these guys. I mean, really, who likes Kazarian right now? James is going with Kushida in this match. I think he'd definitely be an interesting addition in the match. Just for chaos sake, I think I'd like to see Hammerstone in there, just to see what's crazy. Barry Monkey saying, I'm not sure if it's my TV, but if the commentary sound a bit off, a bit muffled. I can't listen to it right now because my stupid headphones are being weird, so I'm trying to fix that. But we do have Joe back, so
they've been messing with my internet. My internet company has been like doing adjustments, and they do them at the worst times.
Yeah,
like it's stuff that I want to watch. I want to do stuff at certain times, and they're always doing them at like 8:00 at night, which is a high traffic time. But yeah, they've been doing this all week. They've been adjusting things and doing this and doing that, and it's really pissing me off. I think I'm going to be behind you guys now, so you're going to have to let me know. Are you still on the same match?
Yeah, I've got Kushida with the armbar on Hammerstone.
Okay, let me see if I can catch up. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, I'm right at the same part there.
Frankie just went off the ropes.
All right, you might
I can't hear anything, so
might still be a little bit ahead of me. Oh no, I must have been ahead of you. Okay, I was ahead of you. I'm gonna pause it here because I just saw the end of the match, so I must have gone too far. So I'm gonna stop it. Let me know when your match ends.
All right. I got Hammerstone catching Kushida in the torture rack. Kushida fighting back. They are being stupid, Hassan. My headphones are being stupid. I charge them all the time, and then they end up dying within 5 minutes. So, Hammerstone.
That's exactly where I was. Yep, Hammerstone gets the win. So I'm at the point where they just raised Hammerstone's hands up in the air. So there you go. So Hammerstone has been added, and we have one more to be added a little bit later. Wentz, Hammerstone, Bailey, Hotch, and Osborne are 5 of the 6. We'll have another one coming up tonight as well. So Kazarian is in the ring, hammering away on Kushida now. Crowd booing Frankie. Jeff, your headphones are son of my guns.
Yeah, they are. They're
son of my guns. Yep. Oh man, Frankie's just laying out Kushida here. Well, that's going to be a future match. Could see this at Emergence possibly.
Frankie's just a jerk these days.
He really is, man. You know what the funny thing is about him, though, Jeff, is he's playing like a lone wolf kind of a character, and you would think that people would just gang up and beat the crap out of him, and yet he gets away with it.
Yeah, he's quite a jerk.
Hammerstone is Eric Young's opponent for next week. Oh, man. Comes Macklin into the picture. Macklin has to say.
Oh.
So, like always. What is this?
Working.
Speed. Hey, there you go.
Trent 7
Lee?
and
Yeah. Showing Mustafa Ali. Oh, hello, Gia. So ready for emergency. Yeah, emergency is going to be awesome.
yeah.
I wonder what's going on with Ali. Jeff, have you heard anything? Is he still with them? Is he not?
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, me either. I haven't really seen anything solid. Immersed. Immersed. Interesting. Immersed says streaming now. Little show or something. Okay, we're at the first commercial here, so I'm gonna fast forward through. And we're getting a little bit of a looks like a Hardy preview here when I come back. Yep. Oh no, this is Detroit. Bound for Glory is in Detroit. Yes, of course it is. Wayne State University Fieldhouse. It's going to be awesome. And this is Santana.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Hello, Clown. How are you?
And it'll be here before you know it.
Bound for Glory. Yeah, it's not that long. Not that long from this, right? September. Yeah.
Months, but
yep. Oh, man, it's flying, Jeff. The years just flying by. Good God, it's my wife's going back to school, back to teaching. They start back in school next week already. It's crazy. Santana, but so you better make sure you don't miss. We're ready for emergence next Friday night. Yes, sir. Are you guys ready for Hendry's match next week at No Mercy? Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. Jeff and I talked about that on our Sunday show. Jeff had said, and I agree with him, that I would be shocked if Ethan Page's old buddy, Josh Alexander, didn't come back and cost Joe Henry the title, because we know that's where it's going. And we know that, you know, they're going to build up to a feud. And so, yes, that's I would think that that's what's going to happen. It would just make sense. Could you imagine the old tag team, the North, standing over Joe Hendry's beaten body in the middle of the ring? I think that would be just amazing for wrestling. So I think have I heard Hulk Hogan's comments? I try not to listen to what Hulk Hogan says. I try not to. Alisha and Masha coming down, and we know who this is going to be. Just wrestling Alisha tonight. It is going to be Rosemary.
Joe's already scoring the show a 10, folks.
Damn straight. Every time Rosemary's on, absolutely. You get Rosemary along with Joe Hendry, it's a 10.5. Spitfire and Jordan Grace against Ash by Elegance, Alisha and Masha at Emergence. Hogan's doing meet and greets. I would not go. Yeah, I would. In my past, when I was a younger kid and a lot before Hulk Hogan did what he did and said what he said, I would have probably thought about maybe doing a meet and greet with him, but he's just a not good person anymore. Every time he speaks, a part of my childhood dies. Rosemary is here. Coming down with that bag of devices in her hand.
That's scary.
And
Joe, James now knows what grits look like.
What do you think there, James, huh? What do you think?
And Joe, I just shared the photos with you.
She has a butcher knife. I love it. I have never had grits. I have never had them. It kind of looks to me like it kind of looks to me a little like cornmeal.
Yeah.
It's got like a yellowy. They're salty, right? They're made salty, right?
That's how I have them. There are people out there who like them sweet.
Okay.
I refuse to put sugar on them, but some people do.
Okay.
I like mine more savory with salt and pepper and butter and
Yeah.
Bacon, sausage,
Cheese.
cheese.
Almost like the way you would eat, well, I mean, it almost kind of be the way with the butter and everything, like you would eat potatoes, like mashed potatoes in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dairy.
Sick people put sugar in their grits. Rosemary all over Alisha here to start out. I went to Chick-fil-A. Awesome. Salt, pepper, butter, and cheese. Staples says Deanna. Legally allowed amateur sanctioned butcher knife. Yes, that is correct. Rosemary's allowed butcher knives. Absolutely. Look at that. Clotheslines. Oh, my favorite move in wrestling. I'm a happy man now.
Now, Joe, here's a question for you. With your dislike for, spider walks and things of the sort, what if Rosemary did?
I don't think I'd mind it. And see, that's what's weird, right? That's very, because you'd think that would bother me if like everyone did it. It is. I already got this down. I already said that it's females. If guys do it, it's just not the same. If it's definitely a female thing, but no, I don't know, man. That's a really good question, but I don't think it would bother me if Rosemary did it. When Nikki does it, I think it's going to bother me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what it might even be? It might even be maybe like more like demure women, like shorter women, not as tall. Maybe like the shortness of it creeps me out because of course all these clowns in our universe here sent me all the freaking Exorcist chick spider walking down the steps memes on Twitter that time that I had to see over and over again in my head because I never did watch that in the movie and I never will.
Yep.
But yeah. Oh, thank you so much, all of you. You suck. Imagine if they have Rosemary versus Wendy Chu. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Wendy Chu's doing some good stuff. Conrad is here. What's up, Conrad? Joe's like those effing a-holes. Oh, man. Much love to you too, Conrad. True Crow is out now. Oh, screw that movie. I refuse to see that piece of stinky garbage. I will not acknowledge that is even The Crow. I will not. The Crow is over. It's been made. The movie's a classic. Brandon Lee passed away. No, absolutely not. I will not acknowledge another movie like that. That's one of my all-time favorite graphic novel comics to read, and I will not acknowledge that movie. I won't even see it. It's trash. And I hope it gets destroyed on Rotten Tomatoes. Rosemary looking pretty good here against Lish so far. Until Masha starts interfering from outside, which of course we knew was going to happen. Now Lish. Oh no, okay, here comes Jody Threat. And now Lish didn't see it. Masha's down. Masha was taken out by Spitfire. Derek says, I'm with you. Yeah, there is no way I will go see that movie. And Rosemary gets the finisher. She's going to get the win over Alisha Edwards. Nice save there from Spitfire. And now Rosemary. Oh, whoa. Why do we have a red light? What's with the red light? Oh, come on, man. Killer Kelly comes out to red lights. Come on, man. Oh, that's going to make Rosemary open up the bag of tricks. Masha's coming back. Masha, you better not even think about doing that. You better not go in there. Rosemary's got, what's she got? The Black Rose. She's got the Black Rose. No, that's even a bigger hint, Jeff. I forgot that she has this red light stuff. That's an even bigger Killer Kelly hint right there. That's going to happen.
Yeah. It should.
That's going to happen. That's going to be awesome, too. Potty break if it's Ash. No, it wasn't Ash. I predict the Hall of Fame class this year will be the Beautiful People, Bobby Lashley, and the Motor City Machine Guns. That's good calls on all of them. Good calls on all of them. The system failed. No, I know it wasn't in the original Exorcist. I know it was later added. I know. But trust me, I know. I saw the original one. I know very well it wasn't in there. This is that same ad that they showed for Bound for Glory last. Okay, now we're at the We'll Be Right Back. So I'm going to fast forward through this. And it looks like we're going to have... Okay, where Zaya Brookside is in the ring.
There we go.
Who will be the mystery partner? Zaya's coming out. Gonna have Rhino and PCO joining her. Brandon says, hi, Zaya. As a huge fan of the graphic novel, the original movie, the sequels, and the TV show to an extent, I'll wait and bash the new Crow until after I've seen it. I can't even watch it. I've seen enough of it in the trailer. It's not anything like the graphic novel. It's not. See, here's the thing. And Clown, you would know this. If you love the original novel was written in the 90s. The aesthetic is the 90s. The goth is the 90s. The soundtrack, iconic, is the 90s. You're not going to modernize that because the book was written in the 90s. There is no way they can modernize that, and they have. You could see it. It's not dark. You're seeing like them fighting in a skyscraper, for God's sakes, with lights everywhere. It's not dark. They've changed it. They said they follow the comic more. I don't see that at all. So I can't watch it. I can't watch it. Brandon Lee is, to me, the Crow, and nothing will ever change that. Nothing will ever change that. So I know a lot of women are probably going to go see it because of who's playing Brandon Lee's part, because a lot of people love him, and I get it. But yeah, I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I used to read that graphic novel, by the way, along to the soundtrack from the film. I used to listen to the soundtrack from the movie while I read that book. I've read that book countless amounts of times. Clown, do you know the story behind it? PCO's in the ring along with Rhino. The story behind it of James O'Barr and wrote it. Very, very tragic story. Oh, my. Now I know why you're saying hello. We have Elvira DeLander here. Ray Walt even said Elvira. I know, right? This is going to be so weird. She's on the opposite side of the team. This is just so weird. But yeah, the story behind that is very tragic. Brandon Lee, I'm sorry, not Brandon. Of course, Brandon Lee. We know Brandon Lee was shot, but the writer James O'Barr wrote that because his girlfriend was tragically killed by a drunk driver, and she only came out because he he wasn't able to get a hold of his car, and he called her to come pick him up. And when she left her house, the drunk driver was driving up the sidewalk and hit her and killed her. So very, very tragic. And James O'Barr went into the deepest depression, was locked himself away for a long time, and very, very sad that came from.
Oh,
2 surprise partners, says Cardona. Let's see who it is.
there's one.
You guys are a little bit ahead of me. Okay. Oh, is this Big Con? It's Big Con. Big Con. Oh boy.
Wow.
Big Con is back.
Wow.
And who's this?
Heather's going to be happy about that one.
Is it Bully Ray?
No.
Madman Fulton's back?
Yeah.
Yo, Madman Fulton's back? Dude, that's awesome. Madman Fulton's here. All right, Matt Cardona, I see you.
Hey.
Madman Fulton's back.
Wow.
Oh, Clown said he was drunk and called it. Okay. I knew that she died because of that, though. Dealing with PTSD. Love it. I did not see Madman Fulton come. No, I had no idea Madman Fulton was coming back here.
Man.
I got y'all on low. He's back. Yes, I love Madman Fulton. I hope TNA has signed him. PCO's going after Cardona. Is not even stopping. He didn't even care about who's in the ring. He just wants to get his hands on Cardona outside of the ring. And he throws Madman Fulton in front of PCO, and PCO just decked him. But now Big Con comes up with a clothesline and knocks PCO down to the floor. Welcome back, Madman Fulton and Con. Yes.
Wow. Matt Cardona's out there playing chess.
Right? Side Brookside on the back of Madman Fulton. That didn't work out well. Rhino's out there getting beat up by Fulton now. Yeah, he got about two of the biggest guys he could have got his hands on. Con and Fulton would be a great addition to the tag division big heel wrestler team. Add variety. PC Open's busted open already?
Already?
They said said from the mouth, he said. A busted lip. PCO, the big clothesline, takes down Big Con. Give that cameraman a damn raise. Zai Brookside standing up to Big Con. She's like, I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, he's getting the boo birds. Let's give it back to him.
James, I see what you meant about the cameraman, by the way. Cameraman is certainly taking some
Ray Walt just said that's uncouth.
That's it. She just bit Big Con's finger. Uncouth. No, Con threatening Rhino on the other side. Steph protected. Zaya pulls her out of the way.
Yeah.
There's your angle again, James. There it is. Rhino and Madman on the outside. Throws Rhino into the post. Madman Fulton coming around. Madman Fulton looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. He sold the heck out of that clothesline.
Yeah. Got Rhino pinned over the second ropes here, just pushing down on his neck. And now we got Cardona interfering over on the side, pulling Rhino's face over that. And now Steph's getting in his face. Steph should whack Cardona, man. Just punch him in the mouth. Big headbutt from Madman Fulton. Rhino's down. Another cover. 2. No. Kick out at 2. Derek is the cameraman. James said it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Oh, man. Again, Cardona with the interference. And here comes Steph again. Come on, Steph. Just punch him in the chops. Just take a shot at him. Cardona saying his arm's sore.
Oh, man.
Said he has a torn pec. Now they want Steph to come into the ring. Big Con with a big leg drop on Rhino. Madman Fulton tags back in because Steph will not go in the ring. Big kick to the midsection from Madman. Gotta love Cake. Cake. Jeff, did you ever listen to any like older Bill Cosby comedy stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm talking before the whole, I'm talking before everything, right?
Yeah.
He did a skit once, and whenever I hear the word cake, I remember it because he's going to that when he's home with the kids for the first time and he's giving them breakfast, right? He has to serve them breakfast because the wife isn't home, and he doesn't know how to cook. So of course he's making all this stuff, and what does he come up with? He just looks in the fridge, and there's a big thing of chocolate cake. So he does all that he could think of, and he just cuts them the slices of chocolate cake, and he's like, and he goes, I'm thinking to myself, well, it's healthy, right? It has eggs. It's got flour, right? It's got milk. It's like everything you would have in a breakfast. So he gives them chocolate. And then he says that the mom, I guess, comes home. And the kids start singing, Dad is great. He gave us chocolate cake over and over and over.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Oh, my God. I love those old comedy tapes, man, that people would do. I really do. They're so... It was before the humor got to be like raunch humor, like before Andrew Dice Clay came along and all that kind of stuff. You still had your Jim, your Carlins, and you had your Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, right? They were dirty kind of from the start, but you had a lot of wholesome comedy too. Robin Williams did a great comedy album. Tim Conway back in the day used to do really funny comedy albums. I used to love listening to that stuff. I tune in on Saturday nights to the Dr. Demento show. They used to be on the radio back in the day, and he used to play a lot of the skits, but he would also play like crazy funny music too, a lot of Weird Al and weird songs like Fish Heads and all that kind of stuff he'd play on the show, and I loved it. I thought it was great. That is great. Yep. Deanna remembers it.
Man.
Wow, man. Oh, Rhino gets him with the gore. Gore. Red Fox would be canceled. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. PCO is the legal man. PCO assault should end it. Does. The wedding party wins. Steph's just looking at Matt like, yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, to be fair, Steph's skirt is kind of short. Cardona's pissed. His team lost. He's asking Steph to come with him, and she's just basically not. Just tell him to shut up. Cardona's walking off mad. Do you guys ever go to any pay-per-view events? For TNA, Jeff has been to some. I have not been able to because they're not really near enough to me anywhere. I would love to go. I could have probably gone to the Philadelphia one, but possibly I definitely will be soon. I definitely want to get to one soon. Jeff's been to. You're at Bound for Glory, right?
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It was awesome. Great atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Jeff was doing the I Believe in Joe Hendry wave.
Yep, that's out there forever. Plus, I mean, during the show, like during intermissions and stuff, the wrestlers are just walking around, and you can. I got a lot of pictures with a lot of folks. Just they were walking around, just hanging out with the fans and stuff.
What I do to be a piece of fabric.
You know what?
Brandon says, should have been me.
Giggity.
They're going to break the giggity button there. Yeah, we're getting a little montage here shown. Of course, this is Josh and Nick Nemeth. It's a 1 hour Ironman match. This is going to be fantastic. Going to be fantastic. So when is the NXT pay-per-view? Is that this week? No, that's next weekend too, right?
Is it next weekend?
When is the NXT pay-per-view, guys? I'm trying to figure out the timeline of all this because Emergence is next Friday, right? So if the NXT one is Saturday, then it would make a lot of sense for a storyline purpose about what we think is going to happen with Joe Hendry. Because their pay-per-view, when is Emergence? Emergence Friday or Saturday?
No Mercy is September 1st.
Okay.
So
Emergence is the 30th. 30th, right? Emergence is a Friday?
Yep.
So it makes a ton of sense. Because what's going to happen here is you're probably going to have Joe Hendry make it so that Josh doesn't win against Nick Nemeth. And then you're going to have the reverse happen at the NXT pay-per-view. So that makes a ton of sense. Damien says, did you see my message about streaming it? No, I didn't, Damien. What was it? Let me go back and see if I can find it. Must have been pretty far back. I don't see it. You just repeat it, Damien. I can't find it. Tazzy always usually streams the NXT stuff. I'm sure he will be, I would imagine. Emergence next Friday, Bash in Berlin next Saturday, No Mercy next Sunday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. 3 pay-per-views next weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's insane. Wow. Emergence, Bash in Berlin, and No Mercy all in one weekend. That's crazy. Crazy. Or Ethan Page could cost him. Yeah, I mean, that could happen. That could happen, right? The reverse, that could happen. I was asking if you were all streaming No Mercy because of the... No, unfortunately, Damien, that's Tazzy's thing. Tazzy's always been streaming NXT from like day one. So he will be doing it on his channel, I would imagine. I know that they haven't been having some stuff because, was it Sean is ill or has been ill? But I imagine Tazzy, once the baseball season concludes and all that kind of stuff, I would imagine that he'll be doing it on his channel. All right, we are at the break here. I'm gonna go forward through the break here. Okay, we're back and got that little thing for immersed again. Jordan Grace talking about Ash by Elegance. Shane's been really sick. I heard he has like stones or something. I can relate if he has kidney stones because I've had them. They suck. This might be a crazy question, but do you think Hendry Mania is topping Hulkamania?
Not yet. I think you just got to give the guy credit. There was the hype around Hulk Hogan in his heyday was like rock star level. He couldn't go anywhere. The pops were crazy all the time, no matter where you went. So as much as I love Joe Hendry, he's not there, but he's over. People love him. So now I think we're getting the next qualifying match. This one should be really fun. Laredo Kid coming out first. And this will give us our final entrant into the Ultimate X match next Friday. Jay Vidal coming out now. It should be a really fun match. Who you got in this match, folks? Let us know in the chat.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Oh, chronic kidney stones. Ugh. Yeah, that's horrible. Wasn't that what I think Jody was dealing with that too, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bhupinder is back, baby.
Yeah, look at Bhupinder, man. Jay Vidal is in there. This is all wow. Look at him. Bhupinder certainly in some shape here.
Don't hinder Bhupinder.
Jay Vidal's laughing at him. Good to see Bhupinder back, man. I'm going with Laredo Kid. Jeff Ospreay brought out the most English word against MJF last night. He called MJF a bellend. What does that mean? You'll have to define.
Oh, that should be good Sunday.
Yeah. That pay-per-view is going to be good.
Yeah.
That match, I'm sure, is the main event. Well, no, I don't know if that will be the main event because it might be Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, against Swerve, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a good pay-per-view, I think. I've missed Bhupinder so much, they need to have him on TV more regularly. Maybe something happened where he was injured or something like that, Heather. I don't know. Maybe we'll be on regularly now. Like I said, the one thing I've read about is people were talking about how their women's division is so depleted and stuff, but they do have a lot of people that are just out injured.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that was what it was. Jay Vidal banging Laredo Kid's head off that canvas. I know what Bellin means.
I don't.
I don't either. I've never. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. And not of the doodle-doo variety.
Right. Pinder up and over. Ducks underneath the clothesline attempt. Head scissor takedown.
Man, Bhupinder looking good.
He is. Yeah. No doodle doodle. Oh, it walked right. It was going to jump over the ropes and went right into that kick from Laredo Kid. Sneak up pin attempt here from Jay. Laredo Kid had the title a little bit this year, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What does the end of a bell or a clacker look like?
Yeah, I I did the math on it as soon as James said what he called them, and now I can see the imagery, I guess.
It is burnt into Jeff's brain now. Bhupinder has improved massively since he came back. Doesn't even look green anymore. Laredo Kid down in the corner. Jay Vidal coming over. It looked like he was going to go for double knees, and he kind of like faked him out and just hit him with a right hand. James says, "You're welcome." Laredo over the top. Jay Vidal is looking pretty good, man.
Yeah.
But Bhupinder is right behind him. Oh.
Man, what a kick.
Oh, that did not look good.
Oh,
that did not look good. He must have slipped, I think, maybe on his back. Yeah. I'm just glad no one got hurt there, because that would look real bad.
Yeah, that looked bad.
The bottoms of his boots probably just slipped off the sweat, I would imagine.
Yeah. It happens, man.
It does. Yeah, this is just like little things like that can happen to anyone. Everybody out there sweating and stuff like that. I'm surprised you don't see that more. Laredo Kid takes both men down on the floor. Didn't MJF say something how he was going to walk away with his wife? I mean, that's
wow.
Yeah. He said he was going to end up taking his wife at some point during it. I heard on the Busted Open today. So I think anything that he probably called him is probably well deserved.
Probably justified.
Yeah.
Laredo Kid taking it up a few notches.
I think that Mercedes Monet match against Britt Baker is going to be real good too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Quick cover there. And Gujjar comes in and stops the count. Now going after Laredo Kid. Whipped off the ropes, going back the other way. Duck under.
Bhupinder had that sick finisher in the corner.
Big forearm there. Kick to the midsection.
Knee.
Oh, with a forearm. Uppercut. 1, 2. Nope. Broken up by Jay. And now he goes for a quick cover right after Bhupinder breaks it up. MJF said Ospreay's next kid won't be his, implying it would be his. MJF's such a prick, man. Just raking the eyes here. Swerve and Danielson's segment was good. That's really crazy. Like, I don't know how that's going to go. I have no idea how that's going to go. Like, if Danielson loses, they're going to have a really big kind of a ceremony thing for him, which they very well could. And Danielson may be deciding to pass the torch on to, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I honestly don't know, though, at least about what Bryan Danielson has said outside of wrestling. Laredo Kid wins. Wow, okay. that I wouldn't have expected that one. I really thought that that Gujjar might win, but Laredo Kid is set to join the Ultimate X. Laredo Kid, Osborne, Hotch, Bailey, Hammerstone, Wentz are your competitors.
It's going to be a heck of a match either way. But I agree. I did think that Bhupinder was going to win that one.
Pastor said, "Did you hear Ricochet signs with AEW?" I wouldn't be surprised.
Unfortunately, and I don't mean unfortunately as in I don't want him to be with AEW. I just didn't want to hear about it. Like I wish it would have been a surprise. But
yeah,
I guess that's just the old school in me.
We have AJ Francis. And of course, Rich Swann is there. Of course, this was taped, though, so. Looking like a good Ultimate X lineup. Nice range of different styles. X Division Championship match. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like Jeff, that was Jeff's grievance on our show last week was about that. Spoiling things. It really takes the fun out of wrestling. No, a lot of the times. Charlie Dempsey making his way out. Will they write Rich off if he's gone for at least 30 days? I would imagine they'd have to somehow. They announced it because he wouldn't be able to stay hidden in the UK, and he debuts on Sunday. Yeah, it's a shame, though. Like I said, I mean, look, listen, I don't know that I necessarily believe that clown because they could do things with anyone. Look how they hid Matt Hardy. And Matt was talking about that after they hit him when he showed up in TNA. He said he literally wore like big hoods over himself and stuff like that going everywhere. And I don't know, maybe going overseas is different. Maybe you can't do that. I don't know. But, I don't know. To me, I think you want something bad enough and you got money like Tony Khan has and like, WWE has. I think you can make things happen. So, yeah, illegal. We're not there yet. Please don't spoil the chat. You're right. You're watching ahead of us. We're watching together from the TNA app stream. So we're not at that part yet. So please don't spoil the matches. Appreciate it. He's all elite now. How about letting it be a surprise for once? Yeah. That's why. It does take away from it. Surprise returns and stuff like that, surprise changes and stuff are big things in wrestling, and it's much better when you don't know. So it's Gresham and Dempsey.
They're explaining the deal with Gresham, saying he doesn't remember it. He felt very sick, but he doesn't remember what happened.
Interesting. Jeff, do you think they did just stop doing it because it didn't go over like they wanted to, or and that's why or do you think he's just going to keep bouncing back and forth?
I think it's a wrinkle in his gimmick that could work out well for him.
Okay.
So I think kind of switching it on and off, finding different ways to bring it about, I think would be pretty good for him.
Gresham plus Dempsey equals clinic. People will take pictures of him walking in the airport, or is worth a private jet. Punk couldn't get a ride last year. I don't know. I just think there's ways to do things. I think if you want to keep it quiet bad enough, I think you can, especially if you have money. I mean, TNA, who some consider to be a smaller company to the other two, was certainly able to keep people from knowing Matt was there. So it can be done. You shell out enough money to do it. If you want to keep the surprise, you can do it. So
I don't even think it's necessarily an AEW problem at this point. I think it's just people always having to be first to report something or put something out there. And yeah, it's just, that's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It probably brought a bunch of views and clicks and everything else, but that would have been a nice surprise to at least try to have. I mean, not everybody keeps tabs on Twitter or X for spoilers, so some people would have been genuinely surprised.
It comes down to the fact that if you don't want things spoiled, whether it be wrestling or movies or any of that, you just have to stay off of social media. You just do. You have to stay off of social media.
Yep.
Because like even on YouTube, you can go on YouTube and you'll see in the titles, spoilers, blah, blah, blah. They'll have it announced because they want to publicize that. So YouTube, you can see it before you watch it. But social media, you just open it up and it's there. You just have to stay off. If you don't want to be spoiled and you want the genuine reaction, you just have to stay away from it. Wrestle Talk has had MJF doing videos for them all week. Lots of ways different stuff could be spoiled. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of over it. I know Jeff mentioned on his grievance this past Sunday that he's over it. It's ruining wrestling. It's ruining it. It's ruining it. Just like spoilers ruin movies. It's not the same thing. If I was, when I went to see Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, I was only 13. There were no spoilers back then. You didn't know. No one knew. There wasn't any kind of Reddits. There weren't any, what are those other ones called? I don't even know. All those underground ones that people leak crap on it. There wasn't all that. You didn't have that. And I'll tell you, if someone would have spoiled that for me about Vader being Luke's father, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed because that was such a big, huge thing. Like nothing is sacred anymore and nothing is kept secret anymore. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. It really just does. In any form of entertainment. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I can tell you what doesn't suck, and that's this match.
Yeah, this has been a great one.
Man, these dudes putting on a clinic.
Yeah. Dempsey's a really good wrestler, man.
Mm-hmm.
What were the matches in Ring of Honor that Gresham used to go? Was it called pure matches?
Yeah, the pure matches.
Do you imagine these two having like a pure match?
Man.
Barry, spoilers don't count if they're over 30 or 40 years old. And if you didn't know that, sorry. There's a year limit on spoilers. Goes for an uppercut, and Gresham's going to try a backslide, but is he going to be able to get him over? Nope, not quite. Big. All I think is that they leaked it because they hope Ricochet might drive up to the pay-per-view buy rate, but who knows? Sign me up for that one. I vote for Charlie Dempsey. It's so creepy how much Dempsey looks like his dad.
Oh man.
When Regal used to have that long hair, oh my God, they're like spitting images of one another.
Every time I see him, I think that.
Like, look at him right now, like from the back that you can't see his face. Like, I mean, it looks like old Regal, like wrestling. Oh my God. Did you see Mauro Ranallo is now a commentator for Scott D'Amore's Maple? Yeah, how about that? That looked. I'll tell you, Scott is getting a nice card set up for that.
Yeah. something you got to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good wrestlers on that, and of course, a lot of people that have wrestled for him in TNA. I know Josh is going to be there. Wonder if it's going to be on anywhere.
I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Like if they're doing it somewhere, like we do a watch along or something for it, might be fun. Are you live streaming all on Sunday, all in Sunday? And what? No, we don't, Jamie. We don't do the AEW stuff. Never really have. So no, unfortunately, we are not. Tazzy, I know used to do them every now and then, but I don't think he's doing this one. I know I can direct you to Conrad because Conrad will have a big wrap-up show afterwards. So on Everything Pro Wrestling, make sure to check him out after the pay-per-view is over. Might be on Triller. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that could be something we might consider for sure. We like doing those oddball pay-per-views every now and then.
Yep, it's on Triller. It's a 2-night event, Saturday, October 19th and Sunday, October 20th.
Ooh, okay.
It is on Triller.
Nice. How much is it, does it say?
It does not say. Let me go to Triller and see if they got it up there yet.
First Maple Leaf pay-per-view be on Triller TV. Yeah, check out. We have to check out the price. Let's see if it's like budget-wise goes into the budget. It's been a while since we did like an oddball pay-per-view, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Not up yet, James said. Okay. I can't imagine it would be a lot for a brand new like thing starting. I would bet you it's going to be around $20.
Yeah, that's probably a safe bet.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a lot. Gresham trying to get the pinfall here, trying to pin his. That was close. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Gresham wins. Dempsey's not done, though. Dempsey got right back up and these two are going to still go at it here. Oh, I better watch out. Don't bring that darkness out in Gresham here. And they're still going. The match is over. And Dempsey now gets out.
Man.
I would love to see NXT Invasion of TNA led by William Regal and Dempsey. Yeah, that was a great match. The Hardys. Wow, we have main event already? Yeah, I guess we are. Damn, this one went quick.
Yeah, it did.
All right, let's fast forward here. Okay, they're showing what happened with Joe Hendry. And then much to the upsetment of Ethan Page. And then Wentz came out and took one to Wes Lee here. What a match these two put on. I wonder if Dempsey shows up at Emergence. Great match. Yeah, it was a very, very good match. Next week on Impact, let's see what we got. Now, this is the go-home show. Now, we'll have to see if that works out that way. It's going to be Rich Swann, supposedly, and Bailey, but
Victory Road.
Hammerstone 1-on-1 with Eric Young. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We're getting a Knockouts Championship match next week. Another huge. That's going to be a huge go home show.
Mm-hmm.
The collabs worked for everybody. Oh yeah, for sure. It's been great. It has been great. Emergence next Friday, folks. We will be here. We'll have to find out when the start time for it is. And then Victory Road is not just very shortly after. Just a couple of weeks. September 13th. Santana versus Eddie Edwards, Myers versus Joe Hendry. He is suspended, Norbert, so I'm not really sure. Like, you got to remember, these things are taped. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do that match or not. Well, that's what I was saying earlier. We'll have to see what happens with that. Illegal says, delete. One more time before we get to the main event, because right afterwards we'll talk about our scores and all that kind of stuff. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. We appreciate it very much. Also, make sure you drop a like on the stream for us tonight. Likes are the best thing you can do to support your favorite streamers. It really helps the videos get seen and so on and so forth. So please drop a like on the stream and also hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified about when we have future content. There will not be anything else this week for us. The next time we will return will be Tuesday with Fireflies Forever, which is all about Bray Wyatt, his past, of course, remembrance of Jody and so on, following that Chad Gable. So here they are, the Hardys. Jeff Hardy's medically cleared, a.k.a. he's not wrestling in Canada, so he's good to go. Alicia's here. What's up, Alicia? Jeff going around and giving some high fives out to everybody on the side. There's Matt in the ring. People are like, WWE gets Hendry and TNA gets lower card people, but heck, we'll take Dempsey.
If I can get a match like that every week, I'm cool.
Yeah. And so I think I saw in the chat someone asked about Joe's contract status earlier. His contract with TNA is not up until the end of 2025, so not till the end of next year. So he's not leaving anytime soon. Hassan says Thursday night it's the go home show special emergence, and Friday night it's live. Yep, next week. Jeff Hardy birthday and appreciation night, birthday bash. Dress like Jeff Hardy for a chance to win a meet and greet, autograph, or Bound for Glory tickets. There you go. Nice. My first fantasy football draft is tomorrow. Yeah, I can't believe it's coming up on that time already, man. The NFL starts in what, a couple weeks? WWE could buy out the contract if they. Nah, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that. I think Joe will be with TNA for at least all of next year. TNA is not going to want him to go either until he's won the title there, and I think that's coming. Ultimate X is a great match format. I wouldn't be surprised to see it in NXT at some point, but that crowd would love it. First game of the regular. Is it this Thursday? Is NFL this Thursday? It could be. I don't think so, though, because I don't think so, because the Cowboys have only played. They're only going into their third preseason game, I believe, this week. Yeah, they've only played two. So they've got the Chargers.
September.
Oh, no, it is actually. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeff. Is it?
September 5th is the first game.
Okay. All right. So
it'll be the
2 weeks.
Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, it's the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Yeah, 2 weeks. All right, so we're fast forwarding again. Let's get to the. I think we might have caught up with them actually. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit behind, but not much. All right, so this is going nuts already. We've got Jeff Hardy with a steel chair is running after JDC outside of the ring. They're running around. Moose just flattened Hardy with the chair. JDC suckered him in, and Moose just flattened him with the chair. Not even a bell yet in this. Seems to be the thing that the system's doing lately is they're attacking their opponents before the match even starts. There's always 4, Deanna. There's always 4. They might have reduced it to 3. I don't know.
Changed it because of the additional 17th game.
Yeah, so it's 3 now probably. Yeah. Question: who was your movie star crush back in the day?
That's easy for me. Pam Grier.
I can see that, yeah. I had 2. Carrie Fisher, because, of course, Princess Leia, and I was such a big fan of Star Wars. And a little later in life, Gillian Anderson from The X-Files. They were mine. Hey, Jeff and Joe, James, Deanna, Andrew, Damian, John G, love and hugs. Hello, Alicia. Derek says, I'll say Megan Good. You know what else I used to think was pretty, and again, this is when I was younger, because at this point when I was young, she had her own show on TV, was Elvira. I used to think Elvira was amazing looking. For more reasons than one. My old man watched her a lot. You wonder why? Mm-hmm. I actually met her, Cassandra Peterson, at a horror convention. It was the coolest thing. It was in New Jersey. Tom Savini's students were all there, and I dressed up as Jason. And it was I never thought I'd be in this entire whole thing, because there are tons of people there. The only one dressed up as Jason Voorhees, because that's such a common costume. And my friends that were with me were inside taking pictures, and it was too damn hot in the building. So I went outside, and outside there was a tent. And it was kind of cold. It was in October, and pretty late in October. So I went outside to just cool off, because I had the mask on and everything like that. And she had been signing autographs there. Well, she was sitting outside, and I didn't know. And they had like this thing, this kind of like a party thing going on out there and everything like that. And I walked like right past her. And I hear this voice go, "Cool costume. Are you a Jason fan?" I look over. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's Elvira sitting there." And I'm like, "Damn, dude!" He's the nicest person, like really nice. We had a conversation for a little bit, and I was just talking to her about horror, my love of horror, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was really cool, really really cool, very very nice. Moose and Matt fighting back here. Yasmin Bleeth, Daryl Hannah, Kathy Ireland, Michael J. Fox, and Ralph Macchio. Had a bunch. Shocked you didn't say Farrah Fawcett. I never had that Farrah Fawcett poster from the 70s, although that was even too young for me, because that was on in like the late 70s. I was only like 8 years old now, but I knew people like that babysat us and stuff like that we were over their houses and stuff. I knew like guys that were in their teens and stuff that had that poster, but I never did. My posters on my walls were all mostly rock stars, because I worked in a record store when I was 17. So Jeff's going up. I had picture posters of Samantha Fox, some posters of Lita Ford, posters of the Heineken girl. I had a lot of female rock star posters. Megan Good. Delete. Matt Dillon and John Schneider. John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard? Wow, okay. Halle Berry. Yep. Yep. Andrew Stevens. I was just gonna mention that one too.
I was gonna mention it. That's why I mentioned the movie I did.
Yeah.
First, that's when I was like, man, she's so fine.
Yeah. Duke's Kid. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it all the time too. Just a good old boys. Roscoe Pico Train. I remember it well. There's a Star Wars Comic Con coming to Nashville. Billy D. Williams will be there. Oh, nice. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Yeah, so they're all the Star Wars people are contracted out. Mark Hamill met a friend of mine at Comic Con when we went to New York Comic Con, and they at the time were charging $100. He had said that they wanted him to charge like 400 and some, and he told him flat out no. And he said, if you make me do that, I'm not coming. And so, but yeah, and you know what? It sucks. It's not them. They don't have any. That because he explained to my friend, he's like, we have no that. Seniors would have to be Superhead, Jeff.
I saw that.
I saw that. Penelope Cruz. Nice. Oh, man. Moose goes to the ground. Looking for a tag from JDC. I was kind of like Molly Ringwald a little bit, too. I have a thing for redheads. Jillian has red hair, too. My wife's a redhead. So now there must just be a thing. Kirstie Alley is a good call, Bonkers. She had like a thing about her. I don't know, like a lot of people didn't necessarily like her, but I thought she had kind of there's kind of an attractiveness to her, like a weird kind of attractiveness to her. Selma Hayek. My first wrestling crush was Magnum TA and the Rock and Roll Express. Okay, I could see that.
Man, Magnum TA, had he not gotten into that accident,
yeah,
I feel like would have been one of the biggest names ever.
Matt's up on the second rope here. Let's see if he's going to get this. Yes, he does. Gets the elbow drop on Moose. Cover 1, 2. No. I saw Mark Hamill sign on autograph, though, or on Instagram, though. Somebody posted a pic saying a deluxe autograph was 7. I don't know. But like I said, I have no reason to doubt him. I don't think he'd lie. I just think it's all like the companies that they work with or work for or who represents them. But I thought it was kind of nice because my friend got a picture with him. He signed her book and stuff like that, and then he posed her picture with her, and it was $100. Evanescence. Oh God, Dango showing off his abs. Avril Lavigne. JDC's back in there now. They're beating down Matt Hardy.
There's a fan in the crowd that is expressing their displeasure.
Yes. Nev Campbell. Yeah, Nev was cute from the Scream movies. Yeah.
Oh man.
Jeff trying to get the crowd back into it.
I think
JDC's got like a chin lock. Almost
people just
looking
want
like
to see
a bit
JDC
of a
get
choke there on Matt. Moose also seems like a cool behind. Go ahead, sorry, Jeff. Moose also seems like a cool behind the scenes. I like the interview segment he did with G a month ago too on Explosion. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I was just saying people want to see JDC get the heck beat out of him.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Moose with a boot to the throat here, and they're really picking on. Look at this. I mean, pulling his hair. They're cheating any which way they can. Moose is looking at no reversal there from Matt Hardy. Matt needs to get a tag. Jeff calling for it over there, trying to get the crowd in it. Moose gets the tag in first, and so does Matt. And Jeff Hardy undercuts JDC. And now Jeff Hardy. There it is. Big elbow drop on JDC. Gonna go for the cover. 1, 2, no. As far as wrestling right now, I'm crushing on Bianca. My God. Dango is Dango. I don't accept his new branding. The system sucks. HBK and Triple H, my first wrestling crush, and my film crush is still Elijah Wood and Jim Carrey. Oh, I have one more I forgot. And another redhead at one time. Scarlett Johansson.
I understand.
Whisper in the wind on JDC. Let's see if he gets it. 2, no. Kicked out at 2. She was in a film, Jeff, and this was before all the Marvel stuff, but she was in a film called The Island. With was like a futuristic thriller with the guy who ended up playing Obi-Wan Kenobi, the actor. And it was that was, I think that was the first time I was introduced to her. She was young then. Jeff, does Daniel Bryan do the job on Sunday afternoon and put Swerve over? And 2, does Tony Khan give Daniel the championship and let him go on a run? Does Daniel retire at All In? That's actually 3, but you're good.
Those are great questions, and I wish I had better answers, but there's a part of me that believes that it's done as of Sunday, and that he'll do the backstage stuff and kind of run things a little bit, which I don't necessarily think that would be a bad thing. That's kind of where I'm leaning right now. I think he'll retire.
He could be that guy in the back, Jeff, that we've been saying that they needed forever.
Yeah.
The more respected one, the one that can do things backstage for them and everything like that. Yeah. Ewan McGregor. Yeah, thank you. I just forgot his name. Scarlett. Oh, God. Scarlett thicker than a bowl of oatmeal on a Saturday morning at your grandma's house. All I know is that scene that she did in, which was it? Was it the first Avengers film? When she's sitting in and they have her captive in that room and she's tied to the chair. I'm like, oh, dear sweet Lord in heaven. It's like,
oh,
The Faculty. I love The Faculty. That's a great film.
Good movie.
Mm-hmm. That's the guy. That's Josh Hartnett, right? Josh Hartnett just came back for that Trap movie. Yeah. And I love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Great film. Yes, I have seen Lucy, Alisha. Yes, I did. That deserves a giggity. Moose running up those corner ropes at the speed of 100. Yeah, I don't know how he does that. For being as big as he is, I have no clue how he does that without falling. Lots of practice. All right. Jeff is coming back. Matt Hardy's got the hands raised. There it is, the Swanton. Is that going to do it? 2, 3. It does. Swanton bomb wins it. Take it all in, guys, because like I said, you just don't know when this might be the last time. Oh, wait a second, though. Moose ain't done. Moose
Joe,
ain't done.
Everybody's ahead of Joe, so don't say who else shows up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't know I was behind. I thought I was still with everybody. Moose is beating up on the Hardys here, stepping on Jeff's face. Who's going to be Hendry, isn't it?
I'm saying nothing.
No. Santana. Makes sense. Santana's here. Discus clothesline takes out Moose. Santana all over Moose here. Here comes Edwards and Myers. Yeah, it's going to be Hendry. Hendry's going to come out. He came out last week to help out, so I'm sure he's going to come down. Get ready. Say his name and he appears. They are really set. I knew it. There he is. Believe in Joe Hendry. Hendry going in there. Clotheslines for everybody. Takes out JDC. Myers, but Moose just gets taken down by Santana, and it's just Myers now and Hendry.
Do we get this at Emergence, you think?
It could possibly be. Yeah. I mean, we might get a 4-on-4. Joe's music still playing in the back.
As he's delivering a beatdown.
Big uppercut. There he is. Myers gets tossed. Matt Hardy's coming to Comic-Con. Very cool. Moose and Santana. Yeah, this probably will be an Emergence match. Could definitely see it. 4 versus 4. Moose and Santana are going up the hallway here. We believe, chance. And there's Moose in the system looking the worse for wear as the Hardys and Hendry and Santana are all in the ring. Yeah, we're definitely going to get a match here.
I certainly hope so.
Announced, I'll guarantee it. Jeff's right, 100%. And that is it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss Emergence on August the 30th. Well, you're not going to miss it because, we'll be here. We'll be here. Joe Hendry, man. Good Lord, man. That guy's got to be one of the most popular wrestlers right now in wrestling, which is insane. And everybody's saying, Busted Open the title was on their thing the other day was, why is Joe Hendry so popular? Why is he so liked? It's crazy. He has just done wonders for himself. And that's what everybody's saying. All the wrestlers are talking about it. Like the older wrestlers and stuff are saying that Tommy Dreamer said he just made himself. He put himself over. And sometimes it's that simple, but man, it's crazy. Crazy. Michael King's chiming in, Daisy Duke. A. Jobson starting off with the scores. Yeah, man. Give us your scores. Those we believe. And TNA Chancellor Loud AF. Solid show, 8.75. Hates cut and run, but I have another busy day planned tomorrow. No, good, Heather. We'll see you. John G saying 9 out of 10. We're going to give our scores, and we're going to get out of here for the night. Again, nothing else for us this week. Enjoy All In on Sunday if you're going to watch. Obviously, enjoy SmackDown tomorrow as well. And we will be back on next Tuesday for Fireflies Forever to go over that match with Howdy and of course, Chad Gable on Raw. Nines. Seeing a lot of nines. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9.5, 9 out of 10, 9. Yep, nice. Jeff, what'd you think for tonight, man?
I think I'm going to fall in line with just about everybody else and give it a 10. I mean, a 9, sorry. It probably deserves a 10, but I'm going to give it a 9 just because I think next week is going to be even better.
Yeah.
So I got to give a little room to grow. But I thought it was a really good night. Some really good matches, some craziness going on to build towards emergence. So, yeah, 9 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same route. I think I'm going to just go with the masses here, and of course Jeff as well. Yeah, it was a really good look. They haven't missed, man. They haven't missed. These shows have been really, really good lately, leading up to this pay-per-view. They've all been, there was a time, maybe about a month or so ago, we were saying, we were giving out some 8s, some lower scores, but yeah, they're really ramping up. They're really ramping up. A lot of great wrestling too on this show tonight. Just a lot of great wrestling overall, great matches and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to say 9 as well. I think it was great. And, to echo what Jeff said as well, next week, I would think we're going to get a great show on Thursday. You already see some of the matches that are advertised for that. And I think we're going to get an awesome emergence next week too. So love the Gresham match. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's just a great wrestling match. Just a great, no gimmicks, no anything. It was just a great wrestling match. So yeah, this is good stuff, man. It's a great time to be a TNA fan with everything going on with Joe Hendry, NXT, and all that good stuff. It's just a great time to be a fan of TNA right now. All right, guys, that is going to do it for us for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming out. We appreciate you all. Please make sure before you go, drop a like on the stream. It would help us out tremendously to get the video seen. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Ring that notification bell if you want to know about when we have future content. And listen, enjoy the wrestling, guys. Have a great wrestling weekend. A lot of stuff going down, SmackDown, and then of course All In on Sunday, which already has some surprises spoiled, unfortunately. But yeah, nevertheless, I do think it is going to be a really good show if you're going to watch it. So enjoy that too. All righty, guys, that's going to do it for us for this Thursday night of TNA Wrestling. We, of course, will be back on Tuesday with Fireflies Forever, and then we'll be back again, of course, next Thursday for the Go Home show for Emergence, and then Friday for Emergence itself. So big week of TNA coming up. Have a great weekend, guys. Please stay safe. Be kind to one another always. And hopefully we will see you all on the next episode of the Insiders Pro Wrestling. Have a great night all, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.